Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric, and I thought today we would talk about what I call the Debbie Downer syndrome. Yes, it's something I just made up, but we all know who and what I'm talking about. And, whether it's us being the pessimistic person or it's somebody that we know that is always pessimistic about everybody else. How can we change that? Well, the first thing is we have to acknowledge that the only person that we can change is ourselves. Now, if we're being the Debbie Downer, and that is when you see somebody else achieve something and you always have a reason like, well, somebody's got to win the lottery once in a while, or they're just doing the boss, working their way up, or it's always something. Instead of giving that person credit, you're knocking them down. And you're knocking them down. Why? How did you develop this Debbie Downer syndrome? I'll tell you how. Because the Debbie Downer syndrome, as far as I'm concerned, is not a reflection of the person that you're speaking about. It's a reflection about yourself. It's how you feel. You're the first person that's got to be up here, that I'm better than everybody else and everybody else is down here. But in reality, you're down here and everybody's way high, but you're down here. You're down lower than low. Because you feel the need to vocalize and to make fun of, to make people feel less than they should. And what tends to happen is people gravitate away from Debbie Downers. They're tired of it. They get tired listening to how great this person is, and how this person tells everybody else how they're a worthless POS, right? All right, so how do we not be pessimistic? Well, we need to take a really good look at our own lives. And when I say our own lives, I mean look at our own lives here. What's inside and what's going on? And what's the message that we're sending to ourselves? They're definitely not positive ones, because you have to reinforce it vocally by telling everybody else of how great you are, even though you know you're not so great. You're not even above par in your own book. But this is how you feel the need to lift yourself up. And instead of having your friends, if you weren't like that, help lift you up to where you should be in the first place. Nobody's perfect. That I can tell you right now. And to try to achieve perfection is a wasted goal, because you will never achieve perfection. You will get really good maybe, or excellent, but perfection, no. Because we all make mistakes. We all have our own little quirks. We all have our own way of doing things. And, it comes along that lines is there could be more than one way of doing things. So my idea will work, but it's not the only idea. So you have two solutions to one question. So who defines perfection? You can't. So for you guys that are suffering from the syndrome, you need to give yourself a break, honestly. Take couple deep breaths, relax, and really really look internally to find out why are you saying that, and why are you acting the way that you act. And you're going to find it's because you feel less than, and that you look at other people of being above you. And that's how you knock them down. When in reality, these are supposed to be your friends or what have you, and you're knocking your friends down and making them feel bad, instead of being a good friend and that is supportive and stuff. You know, it doesn't take a little bit of energy to say something positive, versus it takes quite a bit to come up with something negative. Just start working on your words and changing your vocabulary and what's going on in your head. You know, you got to start with you first. Give yourself a break and understand that none of us are perfect, and that we are a social creature. We like to be around other people. But we do not want to be around other people that are continually putting us down, making fun of us, and being felt less than. Who would wanna? And for most of the people that I know that have Debbie Downers, they'll walk away without hardly any friends, and they'll justify it by they're not good enough. They'll find reasons to fill their head of why they don't have a lot of friends. They'll find excuses. You will find excuses. So what do we do if we're surrounded by, if we are friends or family of a Debbie Downer? Well, you can be a little bit vocal with them and say, you know, that's not very nice to say, and that's very hurtful. But I can tell you, unless they're willing to change, they'll blow you off. So at that point, you have a choice. You can stay in the line of fire and be berated and felt less than and made fun of. Or you can distance yourself from that individual and hang out with people more like yourself. You know, if you have to make a considered change to yourself in order to fit into any certain section or group, or then you need to find another group of friends and so forth to be with. Because if you're being yourself, you will attract the right people to be part of your inner circle and your friends. But that's the A to Z on Debbie Downers. You know, no matter what, they're going to put you down. They're going to make you feel less than. And until they want to change, if that's you that is the Debbie Downer, until you want to change, you're going to continue doing it. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I enjoy reading them. If you can like and subscribe if you like the content that's going on. I just like to see people that are positive. You know, are we going to be sad, stuff like that? Yeah, some once in a while. But that doesn't change how we have a positive look and spin on it, on what's going on outwards, and helping support each other and being there. And when a person achieves something, achieving it with them, you know, making them feel more than. All right. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.